Body of man with gunshot found near canal in Spanish Town. The body of a man with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the head was found in bushes near a canal in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. It is reported that around 9 o'clock, passersby stumbled upon the body near the canal located between Job's Lane and Winter's Pen along the Spanish Town bypass. The police were summoned to the scene. The body was clad in black jeans, black sneakers, and a white t-shirt. The deceased is approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall and appeared to be in his mid-20s. The scene was processed and the body was removed. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigations Branch is probing the matter. Man succumbs following Mandeville crash. A Manchester man succumbed at hospital on Sunday, a day after he was injured in a two-vehicle collision on Ward Avenue in Mandeville. He has been identified as Joel Harvey, 25, an auto mechanic and resident of Greenville District. Harvey, who was pinned inside a car resulting from two-vehicle crash on Emancipation Day, had to be extricated by firefighters. A report from the Jamaica Fire Brigade said that the Mandeville Fire Station received a call regarding the crash at 10:42 a.m. Police said the crash happened at about 10:30 a.m. Passersby assisted other injured people, including a child, to hospital. The crash involved a Toyota Isis operated as a taxi and a sedan motor vehicle. Police said Harvey died sometime after 5 a.m. on Saturday at the hospital. The crash on Ward Avenue happened 24 hours after a truck crashed on Winston Jones Highway, which left two men with serious injuries after the heavy unit they were traveling in overturned off the main road. The unit was also ripped apart during the crash. KSAMC lauds Britney Clark on Miss Jamaica Festival Queen 2025 crown. Describing it as a moment of triumph for the parish, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation KSAMC congratulated Britney Clark, Miss Kingston and St. Andrew, for her coronation as Miss Jamaica Festival Queen 2025. Crowned on August 2nd, Clark topped the field of 14 parish queens. The KSAMC described her triumph as a moment of pride, citing her grace, intelligence, and commitment to cultural preservation. Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Swaby, who engaged with Clark as a contestant at the parish level and later, during her reign as parish queen, commended her accomplishment. Britney Clark's victory is a powerful reflection of the strength, heritage, and resilience that Kingston and St. Andrew contribute to the national fabric. We look forward to seeing how she inspires our young people, especially girls and women, across Jamaica through her platform and the initiatives she will be championing during her reign, he stated. The mayor maintained that the KSAMC stands ready to support and collaborate with the 2025 Queen throughout her reign. Marketing consultant charged in $8.9 million fraudulent conversion case. A 59-year-old marketing consultant has been charged in an $8.9 million fraud case. Michelle Burrell of Fairway Avenue, Kingston 5th, has been charged with fraudulent conversion following a series of incidents between January and May 2024. Reports are that a man reportedly paid Burrell $8.9 million as part of a deposit for an apartment in Kingston. After the transaction, the man allegedly made several attempts to contact Burrell but was unsuccessful. The matter was then reported to the police and an investigation was launched. On Wednesday, July 23rd, lawmen made a breakthrough in their investigation as Burrell was arrested. She was subsequently charged on Saturday, August 2nd, after an interview was conducted in the presence of her attorney. She is scheduled to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday, August 8th. Pregnant woman among 5 Haitians arrested in Manchester. 5 Haitians, including a pregnant woman, were arrested in Spring Garden, Christiana, Manchester on Sunday morning during a police operation. Acting Commander for the Manchester Police Deputy Superintendent, Lois Daniels, said the Haitians were held during an early morning raid at a house based on intelligence regarding immigration breaches and a search for prohibited weapons. Despite a targeted operation in Spring Garden district of Manchester, the premises was searched and 5 Haitians, 4 males, 1 female, were found at the premises. Their names are being withheld pending further investigations. They were all arrested and taken into custody for processing and further investigation, he noted. No weapons were found at the premises. Police said the Haitians were also medically examined. JDF Lockdown. The headquarters of the Jamaican Army was placed on lockdown as military personnel conducted a sweeping search for a missing firearm, the Jamaica Defense Force has disclosed. Army officials revealed too that 2 JDF members have been detained and are currently being questioned in connection with the missing firearm. The pistol was discovered missing from Upper Camp St. Andrew during a routine audit of its weapon inventory. The JDF confirmed last night in a response to questions submitted by reporters. In accordance with established procedures, all JDF bases and installations have been confined pending the outcome of an investigation which is currently underway, read the statement from the JDF Civil Military Operations Unit. There was no indication up to the last night whether or not it has been found. This development comes more than 5 years after 2 M16 assault rifles also mysteriously vanished from JDF headquarters. They have not been found. However, head of the Jamaican Army Vice Admiral Anthony Coleman sought to assure the public that the latest disappearance is being treated with the highest level of urgency and seriousness. Also, that all appropriate security and accountability mechanisms have been activated. Coleman, the JDF Chief of Defense Staff, vowed to ensure that the incident is thoroughly investigated and addressed. Any loss of a military weapon is deeply concerning and completely unacceptable, she said in a statement from the JDF. The Jamaica Defense Force holds itself to the highest standards of accountability and will act decisively whenever whose standards have been breached, stated Coleman, noting that the JDF remains committed to transparency and public trust. The Army Chief pledged that the JDF will apprise the public accordingly as the situation evolves. An internal memo, which was dispatched and seen by reporters, acknowledged that the JDF headquarters was notified that a weapon is unaccounted for. The memo, which was signed by a high-ranking officer, did not disclose when the gun was discovered missing or the circumstances under which it disappeared. In light of the aforementioned, I am directed to advise that an SIC 100% arms and ammunition checks be done by all formations and findings sent to headquarters, JDF NLT, no later than Sunday, the 3rd of August 2025 at 6 p.m. it stated. The Army conducts daily armed and ammunition check to account for all weapons and bullets issued to members of the JDF, insiders explained. Kindly note that in addition, all formations are confined until further notice, stated the memo, making reference to the lockdown. The internal document noted that accountability checks are a crucial mechanism within the JCF formation must employ to demonstrate responsibility for the resources within their custody. Further, it said all sensitive items must be meticulously accounted for, showing evidence of reliability when the appropriate records are being examined. The 2 M16 rifles were discovered missing in mid-February 2020 after an abnormality was discovered during the routine system check to determine if all weapons were accounted for, reporters reported at the time, citing responses from the JDF Civil Military Corporations Unit. The disappearance came while the Army was conducting a review of its weapon protocol after a soldier who worked in the Army reportedly removed a weapon he later used to kill his girlfriend in Portmore, St. Catherine. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.